What's so special about this 4500-year-old 480 feet high pyramid that researchers sent a robotic camera inside just to take a peek? At one point, the robotic camera got stuck because a stone slab was blocking its way. Researchers believed that there's a secret hidden behind this slab that's remained buried for the past 4,500 years. They were determined to uncover this secret no matter what it took, so they attached a drill machine to the robot and made a tiny hole in the stone slab. Then they sent a camera through this hole and it captured a sight behind the slab that had not been seen in the past 4,500 years. Once again, reveal a total of 138 towering pyramids standing in Egypt. These pyramids have stood through numerous earthquakes and countless terrifying storms over the past millennia, but not a single one has moved from its original location. The tallest and largest among these is the Great Pyramid of Giza, and its base covers an area of 13 acres. Yes, a massive 9 football fields could fit comfortably inside this pyramid. It's estimated that a total of 2.3 million large stones were used in the construction of this pyramid, many of which weigh 50 tons each. The total weight of this pyramid is estimated to be 6 million tons, which is equivalent to the weight of 12 Burj Khalifas. But what was the purpose of building such tall and magnificent pyramids? Thousands of years ago, when humans didn't even have any tools, how were these pyramid walls leveled inch by inch? How were 50-ton stones cut into square shapes and transported to a height of 480 feet without cranes? Which engineers were involved in building these pyramids, proving their purpose, and precisely setting all their sides at an angle of 51.5 degrees? All of this you will find out in this video. So, let's start with challenge number 1. For several centuries, various research teams have labored to understand the construction technique of this pyramid. How were all sides of this pyramid perfectly aligned to the north, south, east, and west without the use of a compass? Many experts believe that the architects of that era first selected a piece of land that could support the weight of billions of tons of stones. Then, with the help of polar stars, which detect the poles of the world, every side of the pyramid was marked. No compass and no optical instrument were used. Only with this basic technique, the direction of this pyramid was set thousands of years ago. And that too with zero errors. Challenge number 2 was the next challenge to level the land on the 13 acres of land on which this pyramid was to be built. If the level of this pyramid was even slightly out, then it was not possible at all to stand this mountain of 23 lake stones. Times engineers neither had a laser leveler nor a bubble level. Experts believe that water must have been poured into it by pit on all 4 sides of the construction site, and then the water level of the other side was matched by the water level of the ground, which did not match the level of water, by cutting it with the help of chisels and hammers. Many experts believe that the ancient Egyptians also used this simple tool, whose wood is tied on both sides and a stone is tied to a rope right at its center. If the stone touches the ground and its rope is coming right on the center line, then it means that the middle ground is perfectly leveled. Challenge number 3 is now set on the pyramid construction site. The markings had also been done and the level of the ground was also set. Now it was the turn to start the construction, for which millions of tons of weight and big stones were required. But neither they had grinders nor jackhammers to cut these stones, but still they cut stones weighing 50 tons and also gave them square or rectangle shape. But with whose help? Yes, this was the only tool that was used to cut the stones. Experts believe that the chisel used in pyramid construction wasn't just made of copper, because they knew that copper is soft and can't cut stones, so they also added a chemical, arsenic, to it. This chisel, made of copper and arsenic, was used to hammer on stones with wooden hammers, and after many strenuous hours, large stones were shaped. Challenge number 4 was to cut a special type of stone known today as limestone in the city of Tora, 250 kilometers away from Giza pyramid construction site, and then transport it there. Every single stone weighed 50 tons, equivalent to the weight of 3 passenger buses, and 2.3 million such stones were required for just a single pyramid. In those times, no animal could carry this weight, nor were there any trucks available. If such a task were to be undertaken today, transportation companies would face serious challenges. Remarkably, this was achieved with the aid of workers and kayaks. Incredibly, this task was carried out with the help of laborers and kayaks. Yes, the river between Tora and Giza was utilized. Big ships were loaded with stones and transported them to the pyramid site. Experts think this was no easy job, with a workforce of at least 500 laborers needed to handle the loading and unloading of such heavy stones. Challenge number 5. The teams of experts investigating the construction of the pyramid had now got answers to many of their questions. However, the one ever-present mystery was how the limestone was cut, transported, and then stacked one on top of the other during construction. The question was, how were the stones moved to such heights? The experts believed that this was planned prior to the pyramid construction, either through a spiral track or zigzag method. Yet it's a fact that the 50,000 kilogram stones must have been dragged up with the help of a laborer army. Challenge number 6 wasn't just about millions of workers chipping away at limestone with hammers and chisels and moving such large stones. This pyramid also had compartments within, pathways leading inside, and many small tunnels. Everything else checked out, but one thing left experts baffled. The stone used in the interior compartments wasn't limestone but granite. Yes, granite, the stone considered second hardest in the world after diamond. Even in our modern era, granite is not cut without the help of large grinders. Several archaeological experts from across the globe were brought in to inspect the pyramid, but no one could figure out how the Egyptians managed to cleanly cut such solid granite stone 4,500 years ago. However, years later, the experts finally managed to solve this mystery. The Egyptians had cut granite so cleanly with a saw that had no teeth, adding weight to both sides of this toothless saw and running it on granite with added grit in the middle. Experts believed that it would take 4 months to cut such a large stone in this way. Ultimately, what was the purpose of building the pyramids? How many laborers worked at the same time to build these pyramids, and when the robotic camera made a hole in the stone slab inside the pyramid, what was the sight that no one had seen for the last 4,500 years? You will be able to learn all this and more in part 2 of this video. Thank you so much for the supportive comments and likes. See you in the next great part of the video.